Okay, today is March the 5th, 2018, and right now at 9:30 p.m., we have a temperature of 55 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is way down at 20%. We had over the weekend, or rather Friday and Saturday, uh, we had 1 and 7/8 inches of rain total. So Sunday, the day after all that rain, we had a sky load of chemtrails. And then today, Monday, we had the same thing. A lot of chemtrails up in the skies today, spraying to prevent any rain, any precipitation from this flow right here. We have a Gale-force low pressure system right here, about halfway out from Hawaii and California. And this is winding a lot of moisture from the tropics right into California. If we take a look at this in the western U.S. water vapor loop, we can see a lot of this moisture moving in. Normally this would bring rain, but the heavy chemtrail spraying caps the atmosphere, and that prevents the precipitation process. The chemtrail haze causes a capping inversion layer, and that prevents the lift in the atmosphere, and that's why we're not having rain despite this tropical flow right into California. And so about 3 o'clock today, we saw this one pocket right here moving in to San Diego. We could see a tremendous canopy of chemtrails from Los Angeles down to the southeast, looking southeast from LA. We could see all this being sprayed over, and then eventually all this blew into LA County and out into Riverside and San Bernardino counties. So today was a very, very heavy spray day in order to prevent a natural precipitation that would have occurred with this tropical flow moving in. We can take another look at this. We've got a low pressure system right here. This is a Gale-force system, and high pressure flows to low pressure. But look what's happening right here. We've got a blockade, built-in transmitter generated blockade all through here that is preventing the jet stream flow from getting into that vortex. And the same thing is happening down here. We've got a transmitter completely surrounding this weather system because we've got another low pressure right here trying to develop, and that is just north of Hawaii. But all that is being blocked from moving east. Out here we have a tropical flow which is moving right across Mexico and into Texas. If we take a look at the East Coast map right now, we can see that tropical flow right here moving right towards a developing low pressure system right here, which is forecasted to bring some snow and snowy conditions to the New York area right out over here. We'll have to see what happens. We've got that former storm that moved out is way out in the Atlantic. Wait, you can't even see that on the screen, but that's moved out into the middle of the Atlantic. But this is the tropical flow that's moving right into this low pressure system up here. And we have high pressure just to the north of that. There's a lot of clockwise rotation to the north of this system. This is slowly moving to the east. Keep an eye on that. Getting back to the northeast Pacific water vapor loop, we can see all this tropical flow right here moving into California. This is that flow that's moving into that developing storm right there over over Iowa and Illinois. So keep an eye on all that. But this is interesting here because we have a jet stream flow moving around this low pressure. Let's take a look at that map right now. And you can see the jet stream map. And we have all this flow around that low pressure system. We have a disruption right here. That's the transmitter at work. We'll take another look at that. But meanwhile, this is all flowing into Oregon and Northern California. Let's look at that again right here. And so you would expect to see a lot of rain as the jet stream flows into California. But if we look at the Doppler map, we can see here right now there's not a drop of rain showing up in the west coast in Oregon or California. While we're waiting for that to load, here we go. All right, so we can see that tropical flow right here, which is moving into this developing weather system right over Illinois and Iowa. A lot of snow up here and warmer weather down here. This is that tropical flow. Zero rain out here in Oregon, California, Arizona. All these western states, except for Washington, are pretty much dry as a bone. So take a closer look. There's not a drop of rain in California, despite this tremendous tropical flow right here, which is winding. This is acting like a gear mechanism. It's pulling all that moisture right into California. And yet there's zero rain. So what does that mean? That means that the jets have been dispatched to spray, because there is a no rain forecast for yesterday and today, or rather today and tomorrow and the following day. We're supposed to get some rain towards the end of the week. That's the forecast officially on state television. But we should be having rain right now, folks. Look at it. All that moisture is moving right into California, and this is fairly deep moisture, this yellow and red stuff moving in. This should be moving eastbound and moving right into California, but we got high pressure. If you look at the surface analysis map right here, we can see the situation. This is 1,005 millibar gale right here, which is about halfway between the Hawaiian Islands and right down here and the mainland. This should be moving in. We see an occluded front here. That's the transmitter at work, breaking this weather system down. We have a trough shown right here, but we've got 1,020 millibar pressure right in this area. So this cannot move in with this blockade of high pressure. We've got 1,032 here. Look at all these highs. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 3. There's 5 of them right here. And this is a very large weather system. Let's go back to the big map again, or the western U.S. water vapor map. We can see the size of that low pressure system right here. This is as big as, the entire Northwest, and then some. It's as big as Nevada. All these states right here could fit in the middle of this low pressure system. And it's being blockaded, this black area. We have a satellite transmitter at work, either laser or microwave, coherent microwave, manipulating the jet stream flow around that low pressure system. High pressure flows to lower pressure, but yet look what's happening here. It's being blockaded right here, and all this moisture here cannot get into that vortex, except for a portion right here. And we can see that there's an area right here which is separating the frontal system of that developing gale right there. So there's you can see that channel right there. And that is how they separate, split off the frontal system, which is moving into California. No rain today, no rain tomorrow forecasted, but yet we should be having plenty of rain. You see a thunderstorm developing out here. That'll be hit with microwave. See a blast pattern on that, no doubt, in the next couple of hours as that develops. So there it is. Another rain opportunity stopped. We have illegal spraying going on, toxic chemical aerosol chemtrail spraying over our skies, all over the entire state, especially down in San Diego and down in Southern California. It was really bad today. And that pattern should continue as this flow pattern continues to move in. If we look at the big map, we can see all this moisture right here. This is pretty much stationary. This is not moving either way in this 7.5 hour loop. It's pretty much just parked. If we put the grid on, this is not really not moving much. So this pattern of chemtrails will continue tomorrow based on the no rain forecast. All right, so that's the report. We'll just leave it right here and try to get another update done tomorrow. Maybe we'll do an outdoor video showing the amount of heavy spraying, which is It'd be very easy for the government to sicken the population. There's an article out. I meant to feature that on a video, how viruses and bacteria are being discovered at high altitude, up around the same altitude as these jets are spraying these chemtrails. So the question is how is that happening? How are these bacteria and viruses getting up at 40,000 feet, 45,000 feet? Well, I think the answer is the chemtrail jets are spraying not only these toxic aerosols to modify the weather and prevent precipitation, but it could very well be that some dangerous flu viruses are being distributed in different areas around the country. And of course, that's all part of the pharmaceutical machinery. We see about every fifth commercial on TV now is a drug commercial. I would discourage anyone from taking any kind of pharmaceutical drugs or taking flu shots of any kind. People have survived for hundreds and thousands of years without shots and pills and everything else. Television. Anyway, that's the sermon for tonight. This is the report, and we will try another update probably tomorrow. Okay, that's it.